Today, we're recapping the 2011 Norwegian thriller Headhunters, directed by Morten Tyldum, a pulse-pounding crime drama that'll leave you questioning who to trust. The story begins with a robbery, but not just any robbery, a meticulously planned one, following 5 unbreakable rules. 1. Know everything about the people you target. 2. Never stay longer than 10 minutes. 3. Leave no DNA behind. 4. Don't waste time stealing expensive forgeries. Even a cheap one will fool people for weeks. 5. And finally, sooner or later you'll either find your golden ticket or you'll get caught. From the very first scene, we realize this isn't just a crime story. It's about control, precision, and the illusion of safety. Meet Roger Brown, a man who believes he's too short to be taken seriously. So, he compensates. A stunning, tall wife named Diana, a luxurious 30 million kroner house he can't afford, and a life funded by secrets and lies. To keep Diana happy, Roger tells her he inherited money and opens her dream. An art gallery. But the truth is simple. For Roger, only money matters. And the one thing Diana wants most, a child, is something he refuses to give. Right from the start, the film brilliantly sets up Roger's greatest fear. Not losing money, but losing control. Especially over Diana. Diana, used to being adored, has no shortage of admirers. Many taller, more suitable men. Roger knows it, and it eats at him. Behind the perfect facade, Roger leads a second life. By day, he's Norway's top corporate headhunter. By night, he's a brilliant art thief. Let's pause for a second. Headhunters hooks you with its economy of storytelling. In just 10 minutes, Tyldum establishes Roger's dual life, his insecurities, and his marriage's cracks. During an affair with Lotte, Roger becomes suspicious when she invites him to a dinner party. He ends it coldly. You and me? We don't exist. It's clear that Roger treats relationships, whether personal or professional, as transactions to be managed, not as human connections. In the corporate world, Roger manipulates candidates like chess pieces. He interviews a man named Lander, pointing to a priceless painting to make a point. Reputation, like art, is everything. Roger advises Lander to turn down the job offer, boosting his market value even higher. Lander hesitates. Roger promises to build his legend. Meanwhile, Roger's accountant sounds the alarm. Roger is hemorrhaging money on Diana's gallery and heading toward bankruptcy. Desperate, Roger returns to thievery, swapping a real painting with a forgery during Lander's interview. Notice how Roger's desperation is layered. He's not stealing for greed, but for survival. Yet ironically, it's survival of an illusion he himself created. At Diana's gallery, destiny steps in. She introduces Roger to Clas Greve, a charismatic former CEO who inherited his grandmother's fortune. Clas seems perfect, successful, charming, and dangerous. Diana also introduces Brede Sperre, an investigator of art thefts. Later at home, Diana shares a stunning secret. Clas owns an original Rubens, the Caledonian boar hunt, worth tens or even hundreds of millions. Clas invited her to appraise it. Next morning, Diana tries to talk about children. Roger shuts her down, distant and cold. Roger, meanwhile, plots a daring heist to replace it with a fake. In a meeting with Clas, Roger learns unsettling details. Clas is not just an ex-CEO, he's ex-military, an expert in survival, tracking, and hunting. Roger breaks into Clas's apartment to steal the Rubens. There, he makes a devastating discovery. Diana's phone, left inside Clas's home. Betrayal, real and brutal. At this moment, the film flips. It's no longer a heist thriller. It becomes a psychological survival game. At Pathfinder, Clas impresses with new technology, a jelly containing microscopic transmitters. Later at home, Diana casually asks if Clas will get the job. Roger, masking his anger with a cold smile, replies that he'll make sure Clas doesn't get hired anywhere in Norway, and that he'll personally send a damning recommendation to every major agency. That night, Roger watches silently as Diana speaks on the phone with someone, suspicion gnawing at him, the cracks in their perfect life beginning to widen. The next morning, Roger finds Ove dead inside his car. Panicked, he moves Ove's body into the trunk, hiding it in the garage. And that's when Diana appears. Sweet, casual, affectionate. She kisses Roger, rubs her hands through his hair, telling him how proud she is. A seemingly innocent, tender moment, but one that seals Roger's fate. It's a masterclass in subtle storytelling. Roger disposes of Ove's body in a lake, but when Ove stirs, barely alive, Roger rescues him. Ove, visiting Roger's garage at night to retrieve artwork hidden in Roger's car ceiling, stolen from Clas's home, was poisoned by a syringe under Roger's car seat, intended to kill Roger. Roger explains that Clas wants to kill him, not because he knew about the art theft, but because he is having an affair with his wife. Ove scoffs. He wouldn't kill you just because he's sleeping with your wife. In a brutal struggle, Roger accidentally kills Ove for good. Roger, disguised in Ove's clothes, steals Ove's car and flees after leaving his own vehicle. He hides a stolen Rubens painting at Ove's remote cabin. Clas, a skilled tracker hunting Roger, closes in. To evade capture, Roger hides in a lavatory, fully submerged in waste, breathing through a small pipe. Roger escapes into the woods, chased by Clas's dog. He flees in a tractor but crashes and is hospitalized. Rogan was identified as Ove by the police, based on the ownership of the Benz car Roger has left at the cabin owner's place. Roger is arrested for murder of cabin owner, who was actually killed by Clas. During transport, Roger notices a truck barreling straight at them and remembers Clas's words about the transmitter jelly. He realizes the tracker was planted. When Diana lovingly touched his hair in the garage, the truck smashes the police car off a cliff. Roger, bloodied, plays dead as Clas inspects the wreckage. Convinced Roger is dead, Clas leaves. Since one of the police officers' faces was completely disfigured, Roger comes up with a plan. He decides to dress the deceased officer in Ove's clothes, buying himself precious time until the autopsy is performed. To make the disguise more convincing and avoid raising Clas's suspicions about Roger's death, he shaves his head bald, leaving the shaved hair, which can track his movements, in a peanut packet at the crash site. At Lotta's apartment, Roger uncovers the final betrayal. Lotta reveals that Clas orchestrated everything in a desperate bid to secure the CEO position at Pathfinder. Though he pretended otherwise, Clas was still working for Holt, a company now teetering on the edge of financial collapse. Their only lifeline was Amtech, an American corporation willing to bail them out, but only if Hoti could gain access to Pathfinder's cutting-edge technology. Clas had been tasked with making that happen, no matter the cost. She also admits that she was the one who rubbed transmitters in his hair. So Clas wants to kill him not because of the art theft or Diana, but because Roger has not approved Clas for CEO position at Pathfinder. What's fascinating here is how betrayal keeps cascading, layer after layer, until Roger realizes everyone around him was playing a deeper game. Broken but determined, Roger returns to Diana. She confesses everything. She never betrayed him with Clas. She only leaned on Clas because Roger pushed her away. She never needed the money, the house, or the gallery. She only needed Roger. At its core, Headhunters isn't just about theft or survival. It's about miscommunication, pride, and the cost of mistrust. Tears fall as they realize how their love was twisted by lies and pride. But the clock is ticking. Soon the police will realize the corpse dressed as Ove isn't Ove, and they'll start searching for the real Ove, already long dead. Police identified Roger as Ove in cabin owner murder case. So Roger is not involved in any of the incidents that happened till now, as there is no witnesses except Clas and the deceased officers. The only evidence against Roger is the hair he left at the crash site to evade Clas's tracking. Before forensic analysis, Roger retrieves the hair sample. However, Clas, now suspicious, may track him since the hair sample has moved from the autopsy room. Before police reach Ove's home, Roger races to erase evidence at Ove's house. Clas tracked Roger as he is carrying the hair stands with him now. They face off. Roger demands, "Don't you care about anyone? Are you capable of love?" Clas smirks. "Diana wants me. She visited me before you arrived." Clas pulls the trigger, but the gun jams. Diana had sabotaged it. In the final brutal fight, Roger kills Clas. Later, Roger stages the crime scene. It looks like two desperate art thieves, Ove and Clas, turned on each other. The police believe it. They think Ove fled the crash. And Roger Brown? In the beginning, Roger was plagued by insecurity, often reminding himself he was just 5 feet 6 inches tall, too short, he believed, to ever be truly taken seriously. But after surviving a harrowing ordeal, reclaiming his life and his marriage, something inside him changed. He may still be short, but he no longer feels small. The final shot, with Roger confidently striding into his office, is a quiet triumph, ready to finally live, free, and truly loved. Ultimately, Headhunters is a rare thriller where every character flaw becomes a weapon, and survival is earned not by strength, but by sheer wit and resilience. It's a story where love isn't just an emotion, it's the final gamble. Please like, subscribe, and comment.